I'm making these videos. I'm making 3 videos today. One of them I've already uploaded. My day off, and it's the first day off I've had in 7 days. So yay to that. And one of the things, you have to do a lot of stuff when you're off, and one of those things that I'm doing is I need to wash and deep condition my hair. So voila. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone is what I'm doing. But hey y'all, okay, so I recently just uploaded a video this morning, or earlier, yeah, a few hours ago, and it was about my shamrock house plant, and just how just woke up this morning, came downstairs, and just noticed all the leaves had just dried up. I don't know why, because it has never been outside. I don't know what happened to it. I thought I overwatered it. I thought maybe I burnt fertilizer. I don't know. So I put that video up. And one of the great things about YouTube is you get responses back from people who have shared your same experience. And so a subscriber said the same thing happened to me, and it was Keely Joy. And y'all know I'm a huge fan of Keely Joy. So I'm like, yes, thank you, because I'm like, it just makes me feel like, okay, girl, you're not out here, you know, everybody's experiencing it. And you know, I say that in the video, but I'm like, I hope someone's experiencing the same thing. I gotta take my glasses off because I bent them. See y'all, they're crooked. They're crooked. So yeah, let's just take them off. But no, I can't see. I don't know what to do. Okay, y'all just gotta put up with the bent. So it is so great to know that other people are experiencing it too. So it's like, because I was so shaky about putting that video up. I didn't know if I really wanted to put it up, and I'm glad I did. And now, so this video is an update on, I don't know, I want to blame it on the heat. Y'all, it is so hot here. It is so hot. Like, it is every day this week so far, and today is Wednesday, we have hit 100 degrees or more. Like, it was 101, and that is very uncommon as far as I'm concerned. I've been here for 9 years, and we've never hit 100 degrees. We've hit like 96, and the heat index makes it feel like it's over 100 degrees. It's 104, but right now it's just straight. The humidity isn't even high. It's like, it's extremely high in the morning, like in the morning and overnight when we have really bad humidity, like it's up in the 80s and 90% level. But we'll get this in the, it's almost like a dry heat, because I used to live in California, and the middle of California, where it would get like 114 degrees, and that's sort of what it's like here, and I don't like it. I'm just like, go away. So I guess it's a heat wave up and down the East Coast right now. But y'all, global warming is real. Global warming is real. So, but on with the video. It's just, the reason why I mentioned the heat is because, I guess I'll just insert some pictures because I didn't bring them around. But y'all know I've been showing y'all my begonias, and they've just been doing great. And I've been slowly introducing one. I did forget the first night, I forgot it was out there the first day, and it was fine, but immediately I just slowly introduced it to it. And today when I went out there to bring it back in the house, it had crisped up, and it's in the shade, and I was like, oh my God. I said, okay, maybe I didn't introduce it right. But then my other Rex begonia was wilting, and I was like, this is the heat. This is just, it's not even humid. It's like, and I looked at my thermometer, and even in the shade, it is 98 degrees in the shade, and it is 6 o'clock in the evening. And I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't, just in my corner, I'm not saying that's the outside temperature, but my humidifier thermostat meter is outside 98 degrees. 98 degrees. So I ended up bringing them inside. And I know, I forgot where I put them. I put them up in my beauty room. And I'm just like, okay. And then I turned, I was going to turn the humidifier on in there, but I'm just like, no, just acclimate to the room, and it'll be fine, I hope. But yeah, but that I'm just gonna say it. That shit pissed me off. It does, because y'all know I can kill some begonias, and my begonias now have been doing so well for these last 3 months, and I've been so happy. And I'm like, damn, it's now a setback. Infuriating. I wanted to update you guys on some of my repair plants, some plants that were sickly, and just let you know how they were doing, and then to introduce you to a surprise sickly plant that's happened today. I'm about to take them off. But y'all, let me tell you what I'm drinking, okay? Well, I think you know, because I've been on this margarita kick for a while, but this is, I don't have margarita today. So what I have instead is a lime-a-rita in a margarita glass, and it's sparkling. Yes, honey, the pinky is up. Put the pinky up with this. It's still good. And y'all know what else? It is 6:11 here, or it's 6:15 in the evening. Chick finally done made happy hour time for real, so it's happy hour. Okay, but on with the video. But it is happy hour, so get your drink, peeps. Get your drinks and come join me. And if it's not happy hour where you are right now, know it's happy hour when I film this, and it's okay for you to drink while you watch this video with me. So get your beer, get your wine, get your margarita, go to your 7-Eleven, Sunoco, Exxon, whatever, or run to the store and pick you up something. Don't be shady. Just go and get your drinky. And join me, because, you know, let's get buzzed up. Okay, so the first plant is my Peperomia, which I introduced you guys to a few videos back. It was struggling in a low light place, and I undid the root. I unpotted it. I repotted it, or I transplanted it into this pot, and the reason why I did it is because the root system had completely depleted. It was gone. It was like, it's very top heavy with very, very little roots. And it is, I'm not gonna say it's on 100% on the mend, but it is doing a little bit better. A little bit better. I can't say it's on the mend because I'm not really seeing any new growth. But right now I'm gonna water it, and I've left I put the meter in here on purpose because this does not have any drainage in the bottom of it, and I had got a comment that said you need to put drainage in all of them, and I agree. But this particular plant doesn't need a lot of water, and I let it completely dry out. And if I have the water meter, it's never an issue. So if you can see the water meter, it's at the dry point. This doesn't, and I'm just gonna water it. I'm gonna water it on camera so you can. I'm just gonna top it off, and then we're just gonna wait on the meter, and okay. And you would think, oh, that's really good. But that meter is probably gonna drop down. So, but that's all the water I'm gonna give it for right now. And I'm glad it's not in there, because this is a terracotta pot, so moisture is being pulled away from it, which is good for this plant. I don't want it to have a lot of moisture, which is another reason why I'm okay that it doesn't have drainage in it. And I've been watering this plant a while this way, and it may get watered more frequently, but I do let it completely dry out in between watering. So if it takes it, where some plants will take, like this plant here, which we're gonna talk about in a second, but that plant might take it a complete 10 days to dry out, where this one just goes from 5 to 6 days and it's completely dry. And it's also the location of it. It sits on the windowsill because I wanted to introduce it to some light. But yeah, so this is the first one up, Peperomia. I've had it now for 2 or 3 years, so hopefully it's okay. And I just wanted to show you guys how I water it, so you know that with your water meter and an attitude of knowing that this doesn't have a drainage hole in it, you can do it. But let me be clear, this is the only plant that I have that does not have drainage. It is the only one. Even my succulents have drainage. So I'm okay with gone through some changes with this particular different Bacchia. And it doesn't need to be repotted, of course not, but this, I pull off dead leaves every single day, it seems like. So here we go. Here's another one that's dying. This one is dying. This is the plant that I had shown in a previous video where I completely rinsed off the root system, pulled off that meshy mass it had on there, and just cleaned it up and potted it back up. And yeah, it is still sickly. It's hanging in there though. It does not need to be watered. Right now, it's good to go. The main problem with this is that it is definitely has some type of sickness that it is probably uncurable. I don't know. I just don't know what's wrong with it. The root system is cleaned. It's in a sterilized container. It has fresh soil. So there is just something completely wrong. The plant itself is sick. And so it's hopefully it'll get through the sickness. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to just keep it and see if it makes a recovery, and I will water it weekly, give it fertilizer monthly right now because this is the growing season for it, and maybe it'll make a comeback, but it is not doing well at all. See this browning leaves here, here, and these are the ones that I left on there. I pulled off about a half a dozen before I got on camera, and so yeah. And if someone asks me what makes this a sterilized container, I cleaned it out with hot soapy water. I sprayed it down with a horticulture spray for a disinfectant for the plant. The soil that I used, I did not recycle any old soil. I put in new soil with this, fresh out of the bag. And yeah, it is just not doing well, but it's still here. It's still here, so that's a good thing. And it does have some green foliage, and it is producing new growth. I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's the new growth. So it is producing new growth, but hopefully it'll live. And I transplanted it back in the nursery pot. So yep. Next up, it's my sad little guy here. This is my black coral Alocasia. It's basically an elephant ear plant, and this plant it has been on the struggle tip, and this leaf is hanging in there, y'all. This plant had spider mites, and I said plant has been through a lot. This plant has had spider mites, and I finally got rid of the spider mites. I gave up on this plant, and a viewer told me basically don't give up on it, cut the dead leaves off, and you know, take it down to a smaller container. It's a bulb, and bulbs are different than plants that are just have the roots. The bulbs can regenerate, and so I'm like keeping that in mind. I'm just like, okay, let's regenerate it, let's bring it inside, take it completely. Try to create the artificial environment inside. On this plant, I just used this one. It seemed to have killed the, what am I talking about? It seemed to have killed the spider mites, but I'm still keeping the plant isolated. And yeah, you know what? I don't know how the hell I thought mealybugs and spider got those things confused, because mealybugs, spider mice, you can actually see the damn webs with the spider mice, and there are a bunch of them. There's little spiders crawling all over your plant, and I think you don't have to spread them. They don't really have to spread to other plants, because this sucker was in the room. Black coral was in the room with other plants, and it didn't spread there. It didn't spread to any of the other plants. Every other plant in there is doing fine, and this one, I'm so upset because I love alocasias. I think alocasias are my favorite type of plants, you know, but I haven't been exposed to them all. But I love how large their leaves get, and that's the most attractive thing about them. I love a big leaf plant, and so I'm sad. I'm sad about this one, and I couldn't replace it, and I don't know if I would want to. I don't know. I don't know. So yep, there we are with this one. It looks like it is trying. I don't know if you guys can see it. But you can see that little notch up top there. That's a leaf trying to split through, and that's what this plant has been doing the entire time. It's like, before I die, I'm gonna leave you a leaf, and every leaf that comes through is smaller than the first one. And so maybe, let's check the water level on it. Okay, so we're good. We're good with the water, so doesn't need to be watered. I'm not even gonna spray it. Sprayed it the other day, so we're just gonna move it out the way. Okay, now I'm gonna have to take a drink, y'all, for real. I'm gonna have to take a drink on this next plant because this one, where the hell's my vape? This next plant that I'm about to show y'all, I'm gonna blame it on the heat. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. This is my African mask from my mother plant. Oh. I actually filmed what happened immediately after it happened. I picked up that plant, put it in the kitchen sink, and I'm just gonna split screen it so you can see it and I can be on camera because I look real cute right now. But I place and like I do this, I don't do it often, but I do it whenever it's needed. It's time for this particular plant to get fertilized. I plop it in my sink. I water it first, and then it gets the shake and palm fertilizer. And I went to go stake the plant. I moved the leaf up, the leaf up, and I went to go stake it, and I was fiddling around with it to give it a good position, and I was just about to insert the stake, and the plant was really loose in my hand, and I was like, why are you so loose? And I picked it up, and it just came right out. Just came right out. I don't know why. If you know why, tell me. So yeah, just came right out. So I freaked out, and my sister was there cooking. She was cooking breakfast. And I was like, oh no, this is happening. And I'm freaked out, I'm yelling and screaming, and she just turns around and she's like, oh, that's a shame. I'm like, well, bitch, how you come? This is my African mask. This is my baby. You know, this plant can win, ribbons and shit. I've gotten compliments on how big and large my alocasia is. And so I didn't even want to tell y'all. I was like, I don't know if I want to tell the people what's going on here. But I'm going to tell y'all because this to me is just a sad day. It's just a sad, sad day. So this is my thought of what I want to do. And I need you to tell me if you think it's a good idea. Hold up. I'm still reeling from this. Let me give me another sip. 100-degree weather, a limerita is so perfect because it's like, it's refreshing. It's just refreshing. I cannot drink a tall boy of them though. But anyway, I'm gonna watch this for the next couple of days. By Saturday, I think it will tell me if this is a bad idea. Because I initially wanted to put it back in the pot, but I'm like, no. It needs to be treated like an actual plant that is going through some things. So I need to wait and let us see if it's gonna grow some roots. I'm hoping, because this is a bulb too, I'm hoping that that's the bulb and it will root for me. And if it roots, it will go back in a pot and I will take care of it like I normally do. The rest of it is fine. I did end up staking it. I will show you a picture of that as well. I did end up staking the other one. So I don't know what's going on with the bulbs. I don't know. It's just really, really sad. And I have another plant I wanted to show you guys. It's the Pothos, just so you can see how it's recovering. All right, I'll go get it. It's just, okay, so here's the Pothos. This Pothos was originally outside on my front step in front of my door, as you come in. And it got burnt just like the rest of them. And we lost a lot of leaves. And here's a good example of what I mean by burnt. This was burnt by the sun. And it was because I introduced it out, and the same day I did introduce it out, it was a hot day and it rained, and I wasn't expecting it to rain, and the leaves got burnt, and I lost a lot of leaves because this was really full. But as you can see over here, it's making a comeback, and that's what I love about Pothos. They're a very resilient plant. It will come back. It's like it will. I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip of the plants that are currently outside because I didn't bring them back in. Some of them look really, really bad. Some of them look absolutely terrible. But the one I want you to focus on is this particular one because it has lost all of its leaves, and I left it out there with the roots still in, and I watered it, and now you can see it has this first leaf coming out. I'll see you more for next time for planting and drinking.